Okay, so we're at the point now where we want to start spawning the asteroid. We probably noticed that I've been hiding the start screen temporarily, so I'll just show you how to do that. So we go to the level blueprint. I've created a new custom event called begin mission. To create a custom event, if you right click anywhere inside the event graph and go to add events and then select custom event, you can give it a unique name, and I've called mine begin mission. So do that first. Next thing, we want to give control to just the game and not the menu system, because eventually we're going to hide the menu. So we create a mode called set input mode game only. So set input mode, and you can see the game only. And remember, that's connected to the get player controller. And right at the beginning we created our start menu, and I've just got a set visibility for the start menu. So to get that start menu, you just drag it from start menu and drop it into there. So you can see, I just show you how that you can get, and then connect that up and just make sure it's hidden. So what that will do is, as soon as begin mission event occurs, we just set the controls for the craft and shooting. We hide the menu, and that's all you need to do. This extra bit is the menu that eventually that will have when we're playing the game, but we don't need to worry about that at the moment. So it's just this bit. So let's just see what that looks like. So as you can see, we've got the craft now without the menu, but you can also notice that we've got an asteroid coming down the screen. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so to spawn the asteroid, okay, if we go to the level blueprint, and if we go to here, sorry, not the level blueprint, sorry, my mistake, go to playercraft. So as soon as the playercraft is initiated, we're just going to, on the event begin play inside playercraft, we can add a spawn actor on class. So just like we did before, so right click, spawn actor of class, and then look for the asteroid, or whatever it's called, asteroid. PP. Okay, that's the same as that. So, and this is important, this is the spawn location, so you need to expand that. So if you think about it, we need to spawn the asteroid out of the view of the camera. So initially I'm going to spawn it in the center of the world. -10 means it's in the same plane as the craft, and the Z is 360, which is above at the view. So if we have a look in the view, go to perspective view. If you think about it, this is where the player craft is spawned, and this is where we want the asteroid to be spawned, and then it'll come down the screen. So in that setup, it should spawn in the correct place. So let's just test that. So just make sure you put those figures in. That's the initial position. So let's just test that. as you can see, it's been spawned at the top, and then it starts coming down the screen. It's still fire. Obviously nothing happens at the moment. The projectile just functions. But then we want to spawn it multiple times. So this is where we start to make it a little bit more interesting. So we go back to the level blueprint. Sorry, it's Playercraft, sorry. Playercraft. Okay. So we move along here. So obviously right at the beginning we spawn one of the asteroids, and then we're going to create a new custom event. So obviously to create this, right click, add event, add custom event, call it spawning, and we want asteroids to be spawned over a particular time period. So we're going to use this node called set timer by event. So this is the event. So this event is activated when this timer reaches 0, and I've set the time at 2 seconds. So I'm going to initiate this timer by connecting it to the first spawn. So as soon as the Playercraft is spawned, the first asteroid is spawned, and then it sets this event going in a loop. Every 2 seconds it fires this spawning event, and inside the spawning event it does the same thing. It keeps spawning more asteroids. Now currently they'll all spawn from the same position. Okay, so let's just test that. Just compile that and we can test it. As you can see now, every 2 seconds it spawns a new asteroid, and it'll keep doing that all the time as the game is playing. As you can see, I've also initiated in this example the collision with the spacecraft, but we'll look into that in a second. Okay, so that's how we spawn. Okay, so in the next video I'll show you how to make it a bit more interesting, where we can vary the location where the asteroids are spawned and also the speed at which they come down the screen.